In today's video, we're going to be talking about why I quit Destiny 2 PvP, and I do have a little bit of surprise for you at the end of this video, for those of you out there that miss my PvP content, but we'll get to that in just a moment. So let's start from the very beginning. Most of you know that I've played thousands of games of Trials of Osiris. I obviously really enjoy that playlist, or at least I did for many years, and from doing that, I found myself doing 1v3s in the elimination playlist, and sometimes in Trials as well. Some of those videos went wildly popular here on this channel. Like, I still don't even understand how some of these videos got almost 1 million views, and a huge shout out to those of you out there that subscribed when you found these videos on the channel. I used to do a ton of Trials carries, and when I wasn't doing Trials carries, I was basically focused entirely on PvP content in Destiny 2, but that all changed, kind of shifted for me around 2020, and the reasons why I left PvP and why you don't see me uploading almost any PvP content now are for a variety of reasons. The first reason being that I enjoy making content that's entertaining. Like, I want you to laugh, I want you to click on these videos and have them put you in a good mood. I feel like that's kind of like the most important thing for me when it comes to creating content, creating these videos. I don't always do the best job of this. Sometimes I can be a little too stoic and focus a little too much on just the news and forget to sort of spice it up and add that flavor to it. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to incorporate as much humor as I can into each and every video I post. But sometimes when there's just a good roll of a weapon at Banshee 44, it's hard to plug a joke in there, you know what I'm saying?
Like this video or I'll kiss your mom.
But that's just one part of it. The second part is that Bungie has already fully admitted and made aware that they have been neglecting PvP for the past few years. We've seen fewer and fewer Crucible maps, fewer modes. Obviously, there's been a ton of cheaters. The cheater epidemic has been absolutely terrible. And it was because of those reasons that I just kind of felt like not playing PvP each day when I logged into Destiny 2. So instead, I found myself doing the PvE side of things, doing dungeons, doing them solo flawless, doing raids, focusing on god rolls of weapons in PvE, creating build guides. All of these things have always been fun to me as a Destiny player from Destiny 1 until now Destiny 2, but they kind of took a back seat to PvP for me until Bungie finally neglected PvP so much that I just felt like leaving it altogether. That's why you don't see me doing any sort of PvP reviews on this channel recently. The most you'll probably see is like a Trials meta report where I talk about the most popular weapons. And honestly, it's kind of sad because I really do like PvP in Destiny 2, but I am also getting a little bit older in my age. If you had to guess how old I am, feel free to guess my age down in the comments below. I'm not telling you though, alright? Which also brings up another issue, which is skill-based matchmaking in the game. Previously, we had connection-based matchmaking, which basically allowed the player lobbies to just be a little bit more chill and relaxed. I felt like I could use different weapons, different builds, and kind of excel a little more in Destiny 2 PvP. But with skill-based matchmaking, because I have so much experience in the game, I tend to be matched with people that are literally like half my age. For some reason, Bungie's skill-based matchmaking algorithm has me up there as the top 0.1% best players to ever touch this game, and I personally don't feel like I'm anywhere near that anymore. I know that some of you would argue, Lucky, you've done countless 1v3s in the game. Clearly you are better than 99% of other players. And while that is true for that period of time, I also just haven't been playing PvP very much over the last few years. And like most things, if you don't play it consistently, you kind of lose that touch. I'm not saying I'm completely washed in PvP, just mostly washed, which makes it even more painful jumping into the Crucible and matching people that are of my supposed skill rank, making almost every game feel like a sweat fest. And I know there are some playlists that are connection-based matchmaking, and I do hop in from time to time and play a couple games, but overall, I just don't have as much enjoyment with that. At the time I'm recording this video, I currently have 655 flawlesses within Destiny 2, and that's just Trials of Osiris returning to Destiny 2. In Trials of the 9, it says I have 63 flawlesses, and keep in mind that they actually didn't count repeat flawlesses back then. In D1 Trials of Osiris, it says I have 199 flawlesses, but in actuality, that number is probably much closer to 1,000 flawlesses. Bungie just didn't count repeat flawlesses back then. Collectively, adding all of that up adds up to 35,000 Trials of Osiris matches played, which is truly an unfathomable number of Trials games. But believe it or not, I actually started playing Destiny for the PvE side of things. I came from Call of Duty. I was a PvP meathead in Call of Duty. I like to do game battles and attempted to compete in MLG. I went from that and getting burnt out in the PvP side of things of Call of Duty, getting bored of the cookie cutter model that Activision had for that game, and decided to jump into Destiny 1 because it seemed like a fresh start with a familiar interface with the first-person shooter genre. So I actually began playing Destiny 1 entirely for the PvE side of things, and my immediate favorite activity when jumping into this game was just raids. I really enjoyed doing Vault of Glass and Crota's End, but as the saying goes, history repeats itself, and when the Bungie devs from Destiny 1 decided to put a little more focus into the PvP of things, i.e. they launched Trials of Osiris with the House of Wolves DLC, I naturally gravitated towards that, being a PvP player for many years within Call of Duty. I then began to ride the Trials thing, quite literally until the wheels fell off, playing Trials of Osiris until the very last day of Destiny 1, playing Trials of the Nine until its very last day, and then playing Trials of Osiris within Destiny 2, until finally I just had enough and got too burnt out on it. Got sick and tired of matching all these cheaters, and if it's not cheaters, it's just a bunch of really talented young people that play this game now. And I gotta be honest, it's kind of hard to keep up as an old man out there, especially when I don't just want to jump into Trials of Osiris and just play for the satisfaction of it. I pretty much only want to do Trials if I can carry you, the viewers, the subscribers, the supporters of the community. I don't know why, I just find that so much more fun and so much more satisfying. The feeling of getting someone to the lighthouse that had never been there, and the gratitude that they show and the gratitude that they feel when they finally make it after trying for so long and failing is just irreplaceable for me. If I can't do Trials carries, I'm just not going to play Trials. And that's kind of where it got for me for a while. So it was time for a change. And personally, I am extremely happy with this change. And I know that honestly, the majority of the subscribers out there know exactly what I'm talking about, because you're probably subscribed to this channel for the news content, more so than the PvP side of things, because it's been so many years removed now. But since so many people ask me about this regularly, I decided it was worth my time to make this video and give you an actual proper explanation, because people ask me all the time, why don't you play Trials anymore? Why don't you ever play PvP? And so I wanted to give this to you so you could understand me and my content journey within the Destiny franchise. So those are the main reasons why I quit focusing on PvP as the main drive of this channel. Right now, as it stands, the main drive of this channel is delivering Destiny 2 news first. Before any other source out there, I want to bring you that news as fast as possible. And I want the channel to have comprehensive guides of the raids, dungeons, god roll weapons, builds, pretty much everything in the game. So that way the channel serves as kind of like a one-stop shop. If you want to be an expert in Destiny 2, subscribe to the channel and I'll bring you videos and guides of everything that you could ever need. And if I'm missing something, comment that down below and I will bring you a video of it. I upload regularly around 2 to 4 videos a day on this channel. So literally, if you're curious about what the god roll is of insert any weapon, comment that stuff below. If enough people are interested, I will bring you an exact guide breaking down which perks you want and for what activities, and why these perks are better on this weapon for this reason, etc, etc. I love doing stuff like that. I always have enjoyed the meta within the game. From the very first time I played Destiny 1 and learned about the power of the Gjallarhorn and how I absolutely needed that if I wanted to have success in completing the Vault of Glass, I became hooked on power fantasy in Destiny 2, wanting to make my character, my account as powerful as possible for both PvP and PvE reasons. Sometimes I do miss things a little bit though, like when it comes to god rolls and builds, but overall I do have a really solid team of people out there that I try to work with and talk to make sure that all of the opinions that are posted on the channel are of extremely high quality. And that's a never-ending project too. I'm always looking to recruit more people for these Discord channels that I have, where I try to build up a ton of people that just have genius within the game. And so if you are interested in being a part of those Discord channels, make sure to join my Discord. And so those are the main reasons why I left Destiny 2 PvP in general. But like I said earlier on in the video, I wanted to give this video a little bit of a twist, which is that I really want to do a 0 to Ascendant rank grind in comp. I'm going to be putting together a team. We're going to sweat it out. We're going to be shooting 10 bajillion thorn shots, and I'm going to bring you the video showing you that for those of you out there that do miss some of that PvP content out there. So look forward to that coming soon. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel when that does go live. Let me know your thoughts about the video down in the comments below. Smash the like button and click on the screen here to watch another one from the channel. And if you're feeling thirsty out there, make sure to use code LUCKY10p to save some money on G Fuel. Also, make sure you're following me on Twitch and Kick. I go live all the time playing Destiny 2. Lastly, make sure you're following me on X, Instagram, and TikTok, where I deliver Destiny 2 news to you daily. I appreciate all the followers out there.